ultimate na artist aka me here radio, me here TV, TV atwam, radio atwam, social media na so, internet na so. San common akoso me sure say what TV. Station radio station betimi aka so artist we ye money nyum bi mu, artist we ye nka ne ho asem bi mu. Ye pese ye bie enkomo no mu. Say radio station ka say artist we ye money nyum bi mu, ana say artist ka say radio me here TV. Is it really say omu here na say den? Obi actually bibi. The two sides, no, are they losing some things? Ebia, drink cost. Maybe because of emotions and pride. It's because so I don't need you, it's because I won't talk about you. But really, no, is there a loss or a win on both sides? Are there disadvantage from both sides? Say artists because say me here radio station and our radio station because say in Kawasem. We want to bring out the losses a work for both sides. Near where send a bay in a bit me. Atna fa kona yetimi apushi a common agenda. Case study recently the Shatta GMA UK Bruhaha yenyine who say yenua Ola Michael Ebeka say they should blacklist Shatta. Enti yabehwe video na we ba yenhwe say artists kase me here radio me here TV na TV station so kano ye be pinpointing some of the losses are a bit me they about two entities no. It's a share video no na I am right here.
And it shouldn't be the music cry. I said you should be some of black. I want to do that from today. From today. Should be I did there first at I did there first at everything abnami patch. Let's agree. Everything Shatta is off.
Beauty I can dance here. Shatta don't look here. Can say I will give you man. We shall not lie.
Off. And no. We are break. On any fans international social media, no one promote you. Yeah. Say Sammy Flex on TV. So I'm going to promote you. And it shouldn't be the music cry. I said you should be some of black. I want to do that from today. From today. Should be I did there first at I did there first at everything abnami patch. Let's agree. Everything Shatta is off.
Beauty I can dance here. Shatta don't look here. Can say I will give you man. We shall not lie.
Off. And no. We are break. On any fans international social media, no one promote you. Yeah. Say Sammy Flex on TV. So I'm going to promote you.
Trend. Say Sammy Flex on TV. Shout out to Sammy Flex TV. It's more they promote you. But beyond such and common, say emotions, beba, we can speak in the heat, Beyond that, and common is very, very important. Ultimate cast artists, in here radio trim, TV trim. They say social media. Now, ma TV for so about say okay, and the for video no cut to social media no more. Yeah, more video biom. For to Facebook na NDJ. Facebook NDJ on your name. Yeah, more radio subio. Me pese ye bie mo ye kasa asem ya ye no kura bom se obetimi akasa me hia radio me hia TV ana se ye flipping so a stage because I would not talk about this artist ye pese ye bie mo ne ati ase emre ne want we 3 minutes na ye dey carry this story Adam mama starting from first 3 minutes say come we who ne say
I mean come bia ba a ban I mean, this is not the first time I hear a blacklist. And I say, yeah, baby, say, I did be a Thai XCO in that. Mostly, we try to, find a way. A beer by a cassette me some time ago that it's not the best for you to do. It's really dangerous for any artist or a brand to think that they do not need traditional media.
Okay.
The traditional media is very, very important. Yeah, with 6 hours a man, because technology, no, digital world, maybe if you buy, no, traditional media is still
working.
Into what Omofia, we almost say, here traditional media be I mean, it's changing your maybe.
Okay.
I mean, formerly, no, say music consumption was in the hands of the traditional media.
Exactly.
They decide your playlist, they decide, but see, it changes.
Okay.
Abba, you can go to Spotify, other places to make your choice as to the kind of music you want to listen. But that doesn't mean they do not play any role again.
Okay.
In promotion, in modern marketing promotion, there will be a friend of IMC, which is Integrated Marketing Communication. Now, IMC, if you look at the IMC tools now, what they do is that they blend the traditional and the digital media for you.
Yeah.
So when you are a brand, that's why companies, telcos, and they are still using traditional media. And if you look at telcos, they are very effective on social media and the digital space, but they are still using traditional media. It tells you that when you blend both, it will advantage be as a brand because it increases your reach as a brand. As an artist, blending the traditional and the digital, because what it does is tuning in our audience.
Yes.
It's just common logic. Now, it's a traditional media audience, digital media audience.
More.
Yes. So when you fall on one, it means you are losing one.
You are limiting yourself.
In this country, if you look at your internet penetration, their internet penetration, those who are offline, those who are online, are not, the margin is not, in terms of percentage, it is not so wide to those who are offline. So, how do you reach the offline community? If you understand?
Don't you think the offline is even bigger? Because we don't have any mechanism to.
There has been that.
The tracker.
There's been that. We at a point it was 60-40, it came to 50, and a little above 50. That's those who are on the online. So the offline, no, as well also. I mean the offline. So you need to look at the dynamics of where you are coming from as a country. So I think we need to pay attention to how we can maximize both the traditional and the new media than deciding to which one. These are some of the other things.
Your time.
Very cost effective. Because if you are able to utilize the tool as an artist, and you may be able to say, we did shame build a brand. Because a man who do baby and cow brand a better as they do. And the artists should not do away with one. They should always find a way to strike them because it's just simple logic. All of them have their audience.
There's a sad statement, we should. But on the other side, say media, so I say, I wouldn't talk about that because you need content.
Aside that, I mean, if you check principles of journalism, if you check other values of journalism, it will tell you to place premium on the citizen or your audience. I mean, the basic, definition of journalism is we are serving the audience. So if you are serving the audience, when you are taking every decision, you need to think about them, the audience. First before you, because without the audience, the media house is not there. So if you say you are doing this, what are you doing?
So in this case, let's say Neat FM has over maybe 40,000 Shatta fans. Shatta fans subscribing to that. So if you are blacklisting their icon, they cannot.
That day, the person will say, "From today, I'm not listening."
I'm not listening. So we need
we need to be very circumspect. The media is serving the audience. That's why we always say we create platform for both parties. Then we leave it for the audience to judge. So let's just think about how
beautiful points raised by Edem Mensah Chotome. Let me move straight to Roland. Roland, your take on this.
Yes, it's a Dania. Now, so what now, so you see, we've come through ages, and definitely things are not like it used to be. And so near maybe as gone were the days when even recently timer TikTok for ebenya Mr. Fosemeka what looks like film. Omobeka as money board of directors no. Amanfo bi tia mo krom ha say hey onto mo to traditional media na even traditional media ni mo no. Na first DJs na chere say mon anyom no mo to amonto ni say
on BPM
to say and my power ni be the presenters and say now it was presenters who were actually controlling the narrative and controlling the system.
Okay.
The semena dani na be dru mo so mon kan hu say edenya say na adani abeto mo so no e betimi adani akoto do force me can be say as mo say yes. There's the traditional media and now the new media, which is the internet or social media. First time our internet by, the internet was actually complementing the traditional media. But you will say, oh, now your traditional media we bring, but and yet, no more social media platform.
Okay.
But now there is no serious traditional media.
Only
social media.
Controlling numbers.
And in fact. It will even interest you to know say most of even the traditional media and the crowd boast confidence in reach even with their social media platform.
They have numbers.
Which is why some people will even use Cobra Star to even get certain numbers,
more
especially
numbers.
when they are in certain doing certain videos or maybe shows programs on their platform. Until you realize that social media has now become an essential tool. However, traditional media now, so in terms of who controls the narrative, who is able to force who to do what, now that particular power has been shifted into the new media. And to be able to say, there are some songs that and can normally, you would never see it on the traditional media. Now social media or the new media is able to force the traditional media to play it. And we have so many examples. We have so many I heard a radio presenter on a national radio saying oh no, he will never play it. That's why they change on the radio station here.
Now.
You understand?
Yeah.
But now the only power that the traditional media has is validation. So some people would want to say, okay, the validation me here for me here for one, me here for amount for na me 7 no. Say amount for no there. Then because now the power lies in the new media, and the new media can now force the traditional media to even do what or go against their norms in the current. They will tend to even look at the traditional media and the new media, and especially if almost checking weight in terms of who is putting food on their table. No one will say, okay, it is the new media that is helping them. Any artist can make that statement.
But don't you think, say, now traditional media, they have a system, almost system, because of how it is. They are reaching people in the waves, and now almost our new media also. So they pick from you, add to theirs, and they become stronger. But you, it will be difficult to pick from them. So in that case,
that is why it will be suicidal for a traditional media platform to say, oh, assume see what way. Yeah, the only time they can do that will affect that particular person or that particular brand is when that particular brand on the new media is not relevant. In that sense, they can even kill it.
So it's like a replacement.
Exactly. But if the traditional media, if the brand in question has a strong appeal on the new media, it will be very difficult for the traditional media to totally blacklist. The issue of blacklisting there, Yakawa Kroma said, if it is based on personal feelings, it should be completely cut off. Because it is Obiani asemo Kroma say and before I wrap up, the reason why some brands will make such statements is because this week, this whole conversation started on Merahoye at a point, especially being in the media. You know why? Because you see the ethics and rules of journalism. Most of our journalists in this country, especially the entertainment journalists, media law and ethics, no, I'm the paper for. And you see, there are some few institutions what
yeah.
Won't mean by a doctor. On can't say uncle your friends doctoring school. Won't mean by a lawyer, professional lawyer. I can recognize you. On can't say uncle law school.
Why say any inquiry?
To what say? No, maybe. You see, and in journalism, there is an institution cut out for it. Now, maybe say a lawyer, even if a lawyer wants to be petty, even if a lawyer wants to play you foul, will still do it in the confinement of their rules and ethics. So, person mafia or court, but when you hear a journalist, law and ethics now okosunya or decide this okay, unfair no juma, name or the personal feelings nebe juma. Definitely, a lawyer that will throw away his rules and ethics will not be respected.
Okay.
A doctor that will throw away his rules and ethics of his profession will not be respected. Same with a journalist who will throw away his rules and ethics will not be respected.
All right, thank you, Roland. Okay, we go as the first one also, mommy. On crowning a conversation, I am picking course. Right.
I will hit the nail right.
Right.
I'm a study information communication.
Okay.
I study IT.
An expert.
Information
analysis nearby be or Harum.
Let's not kid ourselves.
Okay.
There was a time traditional media used to rule the Adam. If the social media, if the traditional media could do on their own, they will not all rush to the social media. Now I want to say something. Traditional media needs social media.
Of course.
Social media can do without traditional media. It's a bold statement. I'm telling you. Yes. It's the fact.
So, yeah.
Bill Gates wrote a book about 25 years ago, Business at the Speed of Thought. When he wrote that book, people were joking. This is my field. We know where IT is going. Right now, we are not even talking business. We are talking artificial intelligence, machine learning, Internet of Things, IoTs. You get it? Where the world is going. I'm out for diagnosis, GTV diagnosis, and I'm out for sorry, I'm mentioning media houses news. Look, Shatta Wale is powerful on social media than any media house in Ghana. Telling you the fact. What is Shatta Wale's following on social media?
Yes.
Shatta Wale can on any media house, and then you don't kid yourself. You may have media houses, okay? So also that's not the platforms, no sources so buy. So on so no where don't play. You see, you don't have to get to a point where you begin to develop megalomania. The actual feeling of thinking that you are more powerful than you actually are. That is dangerous. Look, how many times has Shatta Wale been fought, not being fought in this country by media houses? At the time when even the almighty GH1 was powerful when it comes to entertainment in this country, they were not just powerful, they were controlling the entertainment airwaves. This gentleman fought and still won. Don't kid yourself. Look, we've gotten to a point where social media and the internet rules. If you look at the statistics of following of Ghanaian top media houses, on Facebook, let's take only Facebook, okay? Only Facebook. The media house with the biggest following was TV3, 1.4 million. That's March 2022. March 2022, go and check what was the following of Shatta Wale, what was the following of Stoneboy, what was the following of Sarkodie and the rest. They can actually do without you. The fact that, look, let me tell you something. The fact that some of these top brands still come to the traditional media to advertise there does not mean that it is something that they should do. I'm not disrespecting any media house, but the media houses should be careful. When power is given to you, power is transient. A time will come, if you don't take care, you will lose that power. You will lose that power. So you cannot stand there and say, I will not play this artist song again. Relax. The artist can also decide to tell you, don't play my song again. If you ever play my song again, I'll take it to God. Don't ever touch my product. But the artist can still play and how do you call it? Promote his songs online. How many media houses here play Amare song? Amare.
But what about artists who doesn't have that influence?
So play with those kind of artists.
Okay, so it means.
That's what I'm telling you.
It is not with every.
No.
Play with those kind of artists.
Okay. So they will suffer if they
play with them. But don't go playing with certain artists who is more relevant on social media and the current digital media than you. What now best suffer? In fact, if you decide not to play a Stonebwoy song again on your media platform, that doesn't mean that Stonebwoy will not drop a certain hit, which will become so much of a hit on social media that you will be tempted to
be a need for your.
In fact, even if you don't play it, your people will come after you. We should stop this whole fighting, and it is not healthy for our industry. It is not healthy at all. This discussion of somebody boycotting. Look, we all need each other. Gonna happen that media houses play artist songs as a form of doing them a favor. In other jurisdictions, when you play somebody's song, you pay. You can't just get up and play my song in here. It's because structures are not working. That's why a media house can decide that when I play a song, I'm doing you a favor. It is terrible. We don't have to encourage these things.
Wow.
You get it. Mikojo. So my last words, this is not, and don't get me wrong, this is not to say traditional media is not relevant. But traditional media's relevance is directly proportional to how much they themselves make themselves relevant on social media.
That is a profound statement. Expert analysis. A baby in seminal senior, it's here. A baby I ever transia. Now, what me I